Well, it has been a ripping season in the Southern Footy League.
Yeah, they tell me, Smithy.
It has come down to it. Of course, Noarlunga finished minor premiers, Flagstaff in second spot. Both met in the grand final on Saturday. The president of the Southern Footy League, Craig Warman, joins us. Craig, how are you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are we all?
Very well now, mate. Before we get down to the big day on Saturday, Friday, of course, the first time the Southern Footy League had put a breakfast together at the Emu Hotel. How was it?
Yeah, it looked really, really good. We got probably 90-odd people through the door. Gary Hocking is the guest speaker, and terrific bloke, Gary.
Funny
and,
man.
Oh, he is very, very funny.
Yeah.
And was telling the story about his two different size feet. One was 9, one was 10, one was 11, and we won't go any further. You can guess what his wife was thinking. But,
Exactly right.
That's what he was saying.
yeah, exactly. But no, he was very well received, and of course, when you actually look at his record, it's quite
Outstanding.
amazing.
It is staggering.
Yeah.
He was a tough little bugger. Oh, he was tough.
Yep, one of the best.
Yeah,
One of the
he was.
very best too.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he doesn't talk about it a lot, but
And actually gave a pretty good insight into the '89 grand final where Yates took out Brereton at the first bounce.
How tough was
and
that?
it was actually a contrived situation.
was it
a
payback,
setup.
wasn't
Yeah, it was payback.
Yeah.
It was
For
payback.
something that had happened earlier in the year.
Yeah, because Dermy had got Bruns early in the year.
Tell you what, that was a brutal grand final.
It was.
Dipper
I
went
remember-
down and
I remember
God.
Gary Hocking saying that they used to keep a little black book of people that did things
they
that were
really?
untoward to other players during
Yeah.
and it'll be a payback. It'll be a payback, and Dermy's name was in the black book. It had nothing really to do with the grand final, nothing to do with they wanted to take him out. It was a payback for something that happened at the start of the year.
You can't do it now. You cannot do it now.
They've taken all the fun away, Ken.
Well, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Craig.
All right, let's get to it, mate. Flagstaff Hill 13-16-94, Noarlunga 8-9-57, 37-point winners, the Flaggies, back-to-back premiers. First quarter, Flaggies got out of the blocks pretty good.
Yeah, they did, but it took them probably 10, 15 minutes to open up the scoring. So the first 10 or 15 minutes, she was
on.
Typical grand final, you know, hit hard at the footy, but they got away and kicked 2 in the last couple of minutes of the first quarter.
Was it windy down there, Craig?
It was a little bit, Ken. You probably had probably 2 or 3 goals at the southern end, but not as horrendous as we know Higginbottom Oval can be.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, look, they got away early. Flaggy, Noarlunga, to their credit, certainly came back. Half time it was nip and tuck, but third quarter.
Third quarter was the difference.
What-
8 goals,
what-
8 goals to 1 point.
8 goals to
in the
1
third
point,
quarter,
game
so
over.
they able to step it up defensively and then able to open up that 8-goal lead. But to Noarlunga's credit, they could have thrown it in, but they fought back. They actually were able to contain Flaggies, I think, to a goal in the last quarter and boot for themselves. So although the margin said 37, to their credit, Noarlunga came back pretty hard at them.
And that's what you get with the Noarlunga Footy Club. They are just hard at unsociable type football that we love to see. And look, all credit to them. They did have a bit of success on the day with their B grade winning the B grade flag. A little bit of tit for tat because they beat Flaggies in that one. So again, it finishes up with a really good win for the Flagstaff Hill Footy Club.
Well, it's amazing, Craig, because they won their first ever premiership, I think, last year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So they won back-to-back
back to back, and when you look at the actual age of that side, you don't like to say it, but it could very reminiscent of the Sturt in the in the early mid '60s.
Mid 60s, yes.
Yeah, because
So they could be on a
I think
roll
the
now.
oldest bloke there is 28,
Gee whiz.
and
That's
there's a lot of
frightening.
young kids coming through that system. So
Mate, a little rumour floating around this week around the Southern Footy League.
no, the team sheets are all good, mate.
Yeah, no, none of those. No, nothing controversial like that.
You love these rumours, don't
well,
you,
the coach
Smiley?
of Flaggies has done an outstanding job.
Yep.
Is there any chance he could be lost to the South Adelaide Footy Club? He has a good relationship with Gary Hocking. He spoke about that they have a tight friendship. Could you see him being taken and over to the assistant coach?
Oh, look,
with
if
South Adelaide?
for the Southern Football League's perspective, we'd hate to see Rod go, but certainly if an opportunity of that magnitude
You'd take it.
was put on the table, you'd certainly have to look at it. But again, you know, if things don't work out, he'll certainly be back at
I'm
Flagstaff
thinking
Hill.
he's probably at Flaggies. It just seems like there was an opportunity for that, and I'm hearing the Jungle Drums when I was down there this
Jungle
week, and they
Drums.
were beating in that fashion.
Yeah, and look, he's a terrific coach, Rod Mitchell, very attuned to players' needs, etc. Would fit in well at South Adelaide, but we'd hate to lose him from the Southern Footy League.
Got a good crowd to the final, Craig?
Yeah, we did, Ken, and for the first time we let cars into the Oval.
Ah, great.
Which was good.
Yep.
and
Adds to the atmosphere.
It did, but our major concern was the Sly Grogman going in, but we were able to stop that. But no, all in all, it was a terrific day, and again, thanks to the Emu Hotel who put up some pretty good cash for incentives for the grand final day.
Let's talk about the
Yeah,
Emu
that's a good
Hotel,
point.
because they have been fantastic. They supported the breakfast, good return for that. At the game, put up some prize money for the finals, and now the chimney for the Emu Hotel's been reactivated.
A lot of people don't realise that the old hotel there at Main South Road has been there since the 1800s.
Yeah.
And just in the back of the old part of it, they've obviously put the new extensions and whatever on, but they've kept the old 17-metre chimney. And like,
It's joking.
you can see it as you're driving down South Road.
can't miss it.
You can't miss it. It's huge. And back in 1985.
Yep.
No, 95. We used to do it each year. Paint similar to the brewery.
Did you stop for a while, or it's continued?
Yeah.
After 95.
95 was the last time it was done, and then
Yeah.
of course the pub was sold to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
And so the tradition stopped. But the new management that's come in is
fantastic.
very sports orientated, and there's been really good cohesion with the Southern Footy League.
Oh,
so we mentioned it to him: is there a possibility? He says, "Yeah, look, go for it." At the end of the day, the thing just sits there. If you want to decorate it for us, that's
fantastic.
What was the
that's
turn
fine.
up like for it?
Like we had probably 70 people turn up,
okay.
and of course inside the hotel, they've got the big glass roof, and when you can stand inside with your
Oh yeah.
Mad Monday,
Yeah.
and
You can see.
You can see as they drew the curtain down on it. It was terrific,
Fantastic.
very well received.
Oh, that's great.
Mate, your best player on the weekend for Flaggies, who do you think was best?
Oh, look, the medal for best on ground, the James Warren medal went to Sam Osmond.
Yep.
A young lad, probably 21, 22 if he's lucky. Really, really quick. Plays on a wing, but just never stops running. He was our winner. Got some nice prize money from the hotel.
Good.
Bradley Kirk, who spent some time at Westies.
Yep.
He's playing at centre half back. He took the mark of the day. And young lad just turned 18, I reckon, Sunday. So
Beautiful.
For Norlunga?
Was-
Who's your best for Norlunga?
oh, look, you couldn't go past. I thought the best for them was probably Benny Goldfinch. Matty Fry had his moments, and Tom Mott.
And the year, Craig, overall the year, from the league's point of view,
Oh yeah,
how good was it?
It was. Again, it's.
A challenge?
It's always a challenge, Ken.
Yeah.
You know, you're not in the high-ranking
Yeah.
AFL, SANFL. We're the grassroots, and we know where we sit. So it's about us continuing to work that we do to continue to flood the market, so to speak, through SANFL clubs.
Yep.
Which because we've got Westies, Glenelg, and South, who cover off on our umbrella. But it's just about giving these kids an opportunity.
They're fantastic.
It really is.
Mate, the Southern Footy League is a great year. Well
It
done
is.
by Flaggies. Before we let you go, mate, you've got to give us a tip. Crows, Richmond, what are you thinking?
Mate, I'm a Carlton man, so we hate Richmond.
You're safe.
Oh, good. So you've thought it through really well. Based on that fact, I can't hate Richmond, it's Crows.
But I'm not a Port Adelaide man. I can never say that I barrack for Port Adelaide. It was great to see Sturt win. I think the Crows, and I think they'll get there by probably 6 goals.
Oh,
Wow.
He's a good man. I've always said
Okay.
Craig's a good man.
There we have it. Well done to Flagstaff winning the grand final down there in the Southern Footy League. Stay with us. Still a bit more to come on the show.